Joke's on you, I can't read without my glasses. I'm basically blind without them. But it's important to talk about investing today. And I am not just talking about money either. There's this old adage that I might expand upon in a later video that talks about the best time to start something is yesterday, and the second best time is now. So the same thing can apply to investing, whether it be monetarily or otherwise. So let's talk about exercise for a second here. A lot of people lament the fact that their waistline is too large or that they're too weak. They don't have the rockin' bod that they see in the Hollywood films. And they're sad about that. They get depressed. They wonder what those people do differently than they do. You know, they try to diet and then they fail. They try to run every other day and then they stop after a week. What's the difference between these people and the people who actually have the discipline to get it done? The people who actually get it done are the kind of people who understand what investing is. They're investing into themselves. They're looking at who they are today, who they want to be 10 years from now, and they're doing actions today that will help bring them to their goals a decade later. That's really important to understand, because if you have this best interest of your future self, your current self may suffer, but your future self will thank you later. We don't really have a lot of time on Earth to be able to express ourselves, to be able to assert our control over the world. We don't really get a lot of time to develop and grow as people, at least not nearly as much as I'd like us to have. We have to maximize the amount of time that we have in such a way that we can balance being happy and being successful at the same time. And hopefully you can find a way to blend the two and let your happiness be success and your success be happiness. So for me, I've been lamenting the fact that my arms are like twigs. See, I've been getting frustrated with my weakness, especially at work where I've been doing a lot more heavy lifting and realizing that my body's crapping out after a few hours, but I still have another half of my shift to go. So I've been lifting a little bit more. I've been doing curls at home, I've been doing more squats, I've been doing some core exercises. I'm trying to get my body back into the routine of exercise. Now, I haven't gone out and bought a gym membership and going 7 days a week, because if you try to scale up that hard that quickly, you're going to burn out. And when you burn out, you quit, and when you quit, you get back to the same position 6 months later, wondering why you've stagnated. So I'm trying to invest in my personal health. When it comes to my mind, I'm in education right now. I'm working on a bachelor's degree. That being said, I still read books at home. I'm still constantly trying to develop my knowledge pool, trying to learn more and develop more. Having more knowledge is never a bad thing, especially if you can apply that knowledge in a practical way. For me, I invest. I'm investing money every other week. Not in cryptocurrency, because I still think it's going to crash, but I'm doing the traditional investing path. And sure, right now it sucks. Having that extra money would be great. It would allow me to not have to work if I didn't want to. It would allow me to save up for a new car so I could take a nice long road trip along the United States. However, future Chris will thank current Chris for having started investing 3 or 4 years ago and having those interests compound over time. With this YouTube channel, I had let it fall away from me. I had barely been posting over the past few years. Now, that Chris at the time hated himself for not being creative, for letting the people who decided to subscribe to him down, and not really taking advantage of the fact that he had an audience that wanted to see what he wanted to show. So I decided to invest a lot of time into this channel this year, and as you can see so far, it's working out pretty well. I hit over 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting more average views on my videos. I'm getting a lot more engagement and comments. Overall, everything has been an upward trend, and that's because I've invested hours and hours into this channel of effort through planning, recording, editing, uploading, thumbnailing, interacting with the audience. I have responded to every single comment that has been posted on my channel. I've only had to delete like maybe half a dozen of ones that just weren't even worth responding to, but I've been able to do that. But it took a lot of time investment. That time investment pays off because it lets my channel grow. It makes the people who watch me feel valued, and because of that, we're able to have a really good relationship and a good back and forward. So, investing basically is the idea of delayed gratification. You have to sacrifice a certain level of happiness now for the chance to have an enhanced amount of happiness later on. You can always live like this, stagnant, the same. It's not dangerous. It's not scary. There's nothing to wonder about. You just live. You can live like this, where you use more resources than you need to, and all of a sudden you're in your later years in life and you don't have enough to be able to live or survive off of, and then you have to hope that the charity of the taxpayer saves you. Or you can live like this. This is what I want to do. Where, yeah, right now, it really sucks. But as time goes on, my life just continues to get better and better. That's something for me to look forward to. Something for me to live for and to strive for. Something for me to build towards. And that's what motivates me to want to keep going with this channel, with my investing, with my education, with my fitness and body. I look at a long-term goal, and I think, how can I build to get there? I don't think, man, I wish I already had it, because the journey is nearly as important as the destination. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and do not forget to keep it casual.